If I perish, I perish.
In Owerri, Nigeria's eastern heartland, lies a university that has carried the hopes of a nation eager to rise. The Federal University of Technology, Owerri, FUTO, established to equip Nigeria with the technological foundation of a production-driven economy, has been more than classrooms and laboratories. It is a promise for the future. But by 2021, that promise faced one of its greatest challenges. The world and FUTO were still recovering from the disruptions of the COVID-19 pandemic. Nigeria's university system struggled with distorted calendars, prolonged union strikes, shrinking resources, and an all-time low morale. Yet, into this storm stepped a leader with courage and conviction.
It's funny how quickly time passes. I was so busy that it's hard for me to believe that 5 years has gone by so quickly, because every moment I was busy.
On the 19th day of June 2021, Professor Mrs. Nnenna Oti became the 8th substantive Vice-Chancellor of FUTO and the first woman to hold the position in the university's history.
Your VC is a person that does not believe in half measures. Whatever she wants to do, she wants to be excellent in it. It is a compulsion she cannot even help. So that's her nature. She brought that compulsion, she brought that tendency to do things well and to be thorough into FUTO.
With a distinguished career as a first-class soil scientist, the 2002 NUC Best PhD Thesis Award recipient, a professor of soil science and environmental conservation, a gender policy advocate, researcher, consultant, head of department, dean, and deputy vice-chancellor, Professor Oti assumed office with a depth of experience, a global pedigree, and a passion for institutional transformation. A champion of transparency and compassion, she vowed to guide FUTO back to stability and forward to greatness.
I was prepared for the job. I became an academic for one simple reason. My purpose and destiny is to hold the hands of the weak, pull them up, guide them to become the best versions of themselves, and the hope and belief that together we make this world of ours a better place for everyone.
Anchored on her strategic mantra, consolidating the culture of excellence, Professor Oti's leadership philosophy was simple: to lead by example, govern with humanity and integrity, and above all, uphold the university's mandate to produce graduates whose innovation and skills can transform Nigeria from consumption to production. This is Strides of the Amazon, footprints of Professor Nnenna Oti as FUTO Vice-Chancellor. In 2021, a new vision took flight. A vision to build a university where students graduate, not only with degrees, but with the skills and purpose required for the world ahead. Against all odds, the results came visible, measurable, and undeniable. For the first time in decades, a full class completed their studies on schedule, a testament to restored structure, discipline, and academic excellence.
Release of results as and when due had been a problem in the system. I was given the mandate to make sure that it becomes a thing of the past. And I thank God that as at today, the results of Harmattan semester 2025-2026 are on my table. And this has made transcript request seamless.
17 brand new academic programs were launched. The university curriculum was upgraded to global standards, and a career services and counseling center was established to prepare every graduate for impact. Then, a defining breakthrough. The elevation of the Federal Medical Center Owerri to Federal University Teaching Hospital Owerri, which unlocked a new era for medical education at FUTO through a strategic collaboration with Imo State Governor Senator Hope Uzodimma and a presidential approval. With the teaching hospital, FUTO College of Medicine secured professional accreditation from the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. Admission quota doubled from 50 to 100, and the university's medical program qualified for global recognition. Under Professor Oti's leadership, FUTO rose in national and global relevance.
Under her tenure, FUTO became listed in the World University ranking because we were supposed to have attained a certain number of publications in Scopus, which we did under her tenure. So she was the one that got FUTO ranked for the first time in the World University ranking. We came in at the 17th position, and now we've risen to the 11th position.
FUTO graduates ranked second nationwide in employability, a powerful testament to industry-ready training. And in research performance, FUTO emerged third nationwide in the highly competitive Earth Fund National Research Fund. These were not just rankings, but proof that a tech university can compete, lead, and inspire.
Every FUTO staff now has the hunger, right, and the self-belief that they can get research grants from outside. That's a huge legacy. Before we thought it was a specialized few, but now every staff in FUTO has that belief, self-belief in their capacity, self-belief in their abilities to do good proposals and get good research funding. That is thanks to the tenure of Professor Mrs. Oti.
From barely 5,000 slots in 2021, Professor Mrs. Oti raised FUTO's admission quota to over 9,000 students, a massive increase of more than 80% in less than 5 years. This unprecedented admission explosion followed the introduction of new academic programs, improvements in human capital, and expansion of infrastructure, a confirmation of FUTO's strengthened capacity to train and support a larger community of future innovators. Under Professor Oti, FUTO's donor-funded centers of excellence thrived with one unified mission: to build Africa's future with African talent. The African Center of Excellence in Future Energies and Electrochemical Systems is Fuels, with $6 million invested to power a clean energy revolution. The World Bank Center of Excellence in Sustainable Procurement, Environmental and Social Standards, CESPES, training over 11,000 professionals, championing sustainability and rated among Nigeria's best. And then local content innovation, from oil field chemistry to advanced materials, through the Center of Excellence in Local Materials Substitution Studies, funded by the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB.
Right, I tell you also that with a lot of international partnerships, international collaborations have opened up FUTO, and they contributed immensely to staff capacity development.
Today, 95% of the university's program enjoy full accreditation, and for the first time in history, international accreditation was secured for master's programs in corrosion technology and future energies. That's not all. FUTO is now designated as an Amazon Web Services Academy member institution with students and staff eligible to enroll in a wide range of the academy courses in artificial intelligence and cloud computing with access to industry-recognized certifications. FUTO College of Medicine is now a member of the Consortium of Medical Schools Africa, improving access to facilities available in other African universities and plugging FUTO to the future.
When she took over office, most of the programs in the university did not have full accreditations. And most signature departments, like the medical school, didn't have resource verification and had not first accreditation. And also there was a problem with the maritime science, and it had been shut down a long time ago. Within this period also, she brought it back to life. And then one of the foremost finance and innovation technology department in entire Nigeria was also established within this short period.
Under Professor Mrs. Oti's leadership, FUTO witnessed unprecedented infrastructure development. Through her pedigree, public goodwill, and stakeholder engagements, Professor Oti attracted a wave of physical infrastructure interventions from government, corporate organizations, and private individuals, a testament to a vision committed to transforming the campus for students, staff, and the larger academic community. Over 10 billion naira in federal government capital projects, 4 billion naira in TED fund infrastructure, over 5 billion naira in corporate funded facilities, and millions more in internally generated investments. Power supply, which was once a challenge, became a cornerstone of progress at FUTO. Through the completion of a 10.2 megawatt solar hybrid power plant and the installation of a 63 MVA mobile substation, FUTO now enjoys 24-hour uninterrupted electricity, a rare achievement in Nigeria's tertiary education landscape. But the vision goes further. FUTO was selected as one of the federal institutions nationwide to host a compressed natural gas infrastructure and conversion center, preparing the campus for a cleaner, more sustainable energy future.
My proudest accomplishment, by the grace of God, was being part of the process that gave FUTO today light 24/7. That's a major game changer.
People now come to work. People now stay in the offices, comfortable, with ACs on, enabling them to discharge their responsibilities. All the laboratories are working effectively, irrespective of the heaviness of the equipment in the laboratories.
You can see that when you entered here, you did not hear any noise of generator. Most times it's 5 o'clock and we don't even remember it's 5 o'clock already, because we're enjoying the light and working with it. It makes things move faster and very well attended to. Honestly speaking, the light is given.
This issue of steady light, the ripple effect is that it has increased research. If you look at the number of research papers staff of FUTO turn out now, it is just amazing, because anytime they get to the office, there is light, there is internet.
Under Professor Mrs. Oti's administration, FUTO's digital backbone was completely transformed. Fast and free campus-wide internet became a reality, powered by national digital initiatives and strengthened by internal centers of excellence. State-of-the-art ICT facilities emerged, including a $5 million world-class engineering design studio and ICT hub, donated by Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria and its joint venture partners. and a digital ICT park built by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, among others.
Before we came here, there are so many limitations we faced here. We are only operating 2 laboratories, but during administration we expanded to 3. Course registration, it has been a challenge before now. Some students don't register their courses, they go and take exam. But that is stopped under our administration. We can now boast of over 95-96% of all payments.
Innovation accelerated with the launch of the FUTO Learning Management System, a campus-wide access to MATLAB and Simulink.
We've been able to upgrade the system in the sense that students can now do clearance at the comfort of their homes. Our administration is that just say, VCMA, this is the challenge you have ICT. You will see response, immediate response, because you always want this place to be up and doing.
National and global confidence followed, with FUTO shortlisted for the Investment in Digital and Creative Economy iDice Innovation Program, among other strategic technology donations. At the heart of FUTO's transformation under Professor Oti was investment in people. Over 2,700 teaching and non-teaching staff members were promoted, with more than 200 converted into deserving career structures. Hundreds benefited from local and international conferences and scholarships worth about 700 million naira, while over 300 staff members received study fellowships for master's and PhD programs. To strengthen digital capacity, 200 iPads were distributed to members of staff, boosting their productivity, innovation, and service delivery.
Every staff that was eligible and there was vacancy was promoted, paying off over 10 years of promotion arrears, paying all without exception staff welfare packages, be they death benefits, severance benefits, whatever staff was entitled to was paid, leaving FUTO with 0 debts. It is my proudest moment.
Anything about staff welfare, university administration, she must consult. What does the regulation say about this and that? Anything finance, she will consult the boss, just like that. So she's guided by rules. She's a due process person, and we have known her for that, and we are happy for it.
As at 2021, I had only 2 deputy university librarians in this library. But as we speak, she has promoted extra 12. Recently, a prima facie case has been established for 5 of them to move to research librarian, which is equivalent to professor. Again, 2 of my staff has been promoted to level 14, something that has never happened.
Under her administration, non-teaching staff got promoted to Contis 14, more than any other Vice-Chancellor before her. And she has also sustained industrial harmony on campus. Based on all this, the union considered it appropriate to honor her with a Golden Heart Award, which has not been given to any Vice-Chancellor before her. And we are really happy that she has touched the lives of our members, which is our topmost priority in our union.
At FUTO, under Professor Nnenna Oti, student success became a promise kept. Through landmark support like the 50 million naira Girl Child Endowment Fund, excellence was not only encouraged but rewarded. Professor Oti increased the prize value for the University Best Graduating Students Award from 250,000 naira to 1 million naira. She didn't stop there. She introduced 8 new awards with mouth-watering prize values, ensuring that brilliance at every level was celebrated. Students' welfare went beyond ceremonies. Today, FUTO students study, connect, and innovate with free internet access across the university. They live in hostels restored to dignity. The environment they walk through is cleaner, safer, and healthier. And with uninterrupted power supply, learning never sleeps as dreams stay lit 24 hours.
Under me, there was not a single internal strike of any union. Last but not the least, was given over 2,000 FUTO students who for one reason or the other couldn't graduate, by granting them through Senate a general amnesty that allowed them to become graduates and useful to society, and working with the whole FUTO community, in particular Senate, lecturers, all admin staff, all my students, that we successfully completed 2 years of academic calendar arrears, that today, for the first time in a very long time, FUTO students are graduating as at when due. So in a period of 5 years, I graduated 7 sets of students.
Her excellence grows not just as a wife, as the mother of our children, in her studies, in the kitchen. She is an excellent cook. That was not a very easy shoe to get into from my point of view. And you can almost predict I always got it wrong. But I was the closest to what she would want, because other people don't even understand the standard she has set. At least after close on 5 years, the things I buy now seem to meet the standard. So my shopping has improved, and my ability to take care of those things has improved. And luckily for us, it all started happening when all our children had left home, so she could turn all her attention to FUTO.
Under Professor Oti, FUTO's excellence was not only taught in classrooms, it was proven on global stages, as students' talents were no longer confined to lecture halls. Students received support to travel, compete, and win in academic brilliance, sporting excellence, and creative expression. From international taekwondo medals in China and Africa to top honors in global IEEE innovation competitions, FUTO students continued to rise, winning in science, excelling in technology, leading in entrepreneurship, dominating in debate, research and innovation, and earning global grants, trophies, and recognition. Furthermore, access to education became a right, not a privilege. Through the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, hundreds of FUTO students found new open doors. They were among the first nationwide to benefit, a reflection of leadership that believes no dream should die for lack of funds. With strong advocacy and awareness driven by the university and the Students' Union government, opportunity reached those who needed it the most. Under Professor Oti's administration, FUTO successfully conducted Students' Union government elections through electronic voting, setting a standard for a free, fair, transparent, credible, and robust student unionism on campus. From 2021 through 2025, student leaders emerged through a system built on trust and technological integrity.
She have never interfered in any SUG election. The election that brought me, I did not meet her, and she did not meet me. I ran and I was the student favorite, and the student voted me. She did not interfere in the process.
University leadership does not end at the campus gates. It reaches the lives around it. Under Professor Oti, FUTO launched a bold and unprecedented commitment to its 11 host communities, an annual 30 million naira in corporate social responsibility.
FUTO has made a turnaround to imbibe that culture of corporate social responsibility.
This commitment includes a 10 million naira scholarship scheme with 100 students in tertiary institutions supported every year, a 10 million naira poverty alleviation and skills employment scheme with 100 widows and youths uplifted annually, and another 10 million naira physical community development project to improve daily life for all and serve as a monument of synergy with the university.
From the section of FUTO, this is the first time the FUTO school management have remembered the host communities. The entire communities are very happy. We, the President Generals, we are also happy that this is happening during our own tenure.
Leadership is not truly defined in moments of comfort. It is revealed when pressure tests the soul. In 2023, while serving the nation as the returning officer for the Abia State governorship election, Professor Oti faced enormous pressure, threats, intimidation, attempts to induce and compromise her. Yet she refused to bend. She insisted that votes must count and the people's mandate must stand.
She reminded us that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results by simply saying no. No to manipulation, no to injustice, no to conspiracy, and all such designs that steal the destinies of individuals and communities.
That day, a Vice-Chancellor became a national symbol, a defender of democracy, and a reminder that integrity is strength.
I have never done elections before in my life. But duty came calling. I prayed. I responded. But I simply did what I've done all my life. To do the right thing. And I stand. I stood. I still stand. I will continue to stand on my foot. Votes must count. The mandate of the people must stand.
Anywhere you go to, the name opens doors. So we are not just talking about a Vice-Chancellor who worked in FUTO. We are talking about a Vice-Chancellor who has touched lives. She has become exemplary. When people want courage, they remember, oh, mayor. I even feel the softer elements of what she brought are more compelling, like making sure that your academic year is synchronized and run properly without students losing time. Of course, cleaning up your process for transcripts, making sure you get it within a reasonable time is one of those, and I can name a number of such things. The other one that I probably will stop with is carrying herself in a bearing that is motivating the people to follow her.
Her way of life impacted on the university in terms of honesty, truthfulness. She talks truth to power. That reflected on the way she handled the election in Abia. It reflected in the way we did our accreditation.
When parents become partners, the mission becomes unstoppable. Through an empowered Parents Management Forum, FUTO under Professor Mrs. Oti engineered a new era of collaboration, turning goodwill into concrete transformation. From donations of operational vehicles for security and academic leaders to infrastructural upgrades that improved accreditation success, and from renovated learning facilities to power support, road rehabilitation, and campus beautification, every contribution from the Parents Management Forum strengthened the heartbeat of the university through a shared ownership of a brighter future. Under Professor Mrs. Oti, safety became a priority through a unique security framework that blends host community youth partnerships, professional private security, and dedicated FUTO security personnel. The university built a safer and more resilient campus. With strong collaboration with national security agencies, every step taken was aimed at peace of mind, safety of lives, and protection of learning. FUTO will outlive us, but it will forever carry the footprints of those who dared to lead with vision, with truth, and with love.
She's a workaholic. She wants the best for everybody. No fire stays on her table.
She inspires those that work for her and supports the transformation they bring about. So she's been able to achieve a lot because she knows how to manage people and to encourage them and push them to give their best.
She is accessible and she carries everybody along.
We remember her for a lot of things, but the one that is most striking is payment of arrears, payment of welfare, taking care of staff welfare.
There's so much to remember her for, especially the 30 million she has approved for the host communities. Her prudence in financial management and her ability to remember that the workers needs to be remembered.
She will be remembered her positive impact in consolidating the culture of excellence through technology-driven management.
Students will always remember her for her 247 light that she gave the student, and then for the support that she has been given to the student in young government. Lastly, the bus she donated to us is something that the student will forever remember her with, and her name, thank God her name was inscribed on that bus.
It's been such an honor, such a privilege, and one I do not take lightly, to be in a position where you can actually put your dreams, your character, your values at work to serve society, to live a life of impact, and to make a positive difference in the lives of people.
Our prayer is that the Lord will bless her, reward her for her labor of love. She sacrificed, she gave her all to FUTO.
I want to wish her well, and I pray that God will strengthen her in her future endeavors.
I pray that the good Lord takes her to a higher position.
We hope that whatever she has left behind is something of great value that will help not just those who are in FUTO today, but the generations that will come after.
This is what I want written in my epitaph. Professor Nnenna Oti loved and served people and God.
Professor Nnenna Oti, the 8th substantive Vice-Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, the first woman to lead this great institution, the most frequently decorated Vice-Chancellor the world has ever seen, a beacon of integrity, a defender of democracy, the trailblazing Amazon who showed Nigeria and the world that courage, conviction, and character can change the course of history. Her tenure ends, but her legacy begins. And as she will always say,
the only life worth living is a life of service to humanity. Because we all will only be remembered by what